Look at the time! It's now been an entire year since the release of EWOW 1A, marking the official start of the competition, so I think it's time for a very special episode to celebrate. Episode 2? Oh wait, those aren't Roman numerals? What, so it's like an inanimate insanity crossover?
Dude, take this.
Oh, 11! That makes it even more special! I'm Scorb, washed up Algodu creator, veteran Twitter, and the first person ever to die with a prize!
And I'm Lizard, the designated EWOW cashier for episode 711, and the only team member who uses After Effects because I love to torture myself.
And I'm 40 Jumpman. I'm a time traveler in pursuit of legendary headwear. I have this cool shade of green that matches my username, and I use PowerPoint to make my
Wait, why are you here?
Isn't this supposed to be like the High Lifer hosted episode? What's the problem?
You!
No, like actually, why are you here? You know the formula, dude. 2 hosts every B episode.
Who says you need to follow that rule?
John EWOW, I don't know.
And you know what he says? If you're not hosting, then we're ghosting. You.
Well, too bad. My Uber already left.
Okay, fine. I can bring you to the top 20 arena so you can host that or something. Here's the EWOW staff uniform. Otherwise, the bouncers won't let you through.
Yippee! Wait, what? Tape over my mouth? This is just like EWOW 5!
Anyways, in case an alien spaceship has scrambled your brains and made you forget, the prompt this time around was, humanity has made contact with aliens, but after learning more about our planet, they've abruptly stopped talking to us. What was it that made them ghost us? Well, probably this video. Last episode, Cohaki delightfully informed us that 804 responses were submitted by 600 responders. The top 30 this time will find an extra response under their pillow tomorrow morning, courtesy of the Wisdom Tooth Fairy, while the bottom 294 will find their lives removed.
Yo, can you watch 40 for a second? 509 voters cast 2,705 votes, with each response receiving 33 on average, which is, quite a dip. Apparently, having 200 or so more responses compared to the contestant base would actually impact the VPR. Who would have guessed? But as always, as a thanks for helping increase the VPR by voting 20 times, voter shoutouts go out to Magnety Girl, Sir 4B, Fish6 the 24th, Cloudy Skies, and Dear Mongoose Plays 5500. But which response did the voters want to win? Our winner this time makes me truly proud of who I am. My country was built on the foundation of freedom, democracy, and a dream. An American dream. I don't even know what the hell a kilometer is. It sounds scary, but I'll always know that I have the Second Amendment to protect me from it. I'm proud to stand under the stars and stripes and honored to announce that the winner of EWOW 11B is the real President of USA! Mr. President responded with, abducted the wrong cows. Red Bulls spiraled spaceships into caffeine crashes, which netted 85%. As unbiased as I am, I don't particularly approve of the energy drink choice. Like, I get that you had to use Red Bull because it's a double meaning, but like...
Well, at least the drink's got a fitting name, because like a bull, it's got lizards seeing red. And as you can tell, she's very familiar with caffeine crashouts. Our next response seems to suggest that aliens are just as susceptible to clickbait as we are. Distracted by pop-up ads, priorities shifted. Hot celestial bodies in Andromeda. From someone you might recognise, morality. Though beware when clicking on these ads. I'm told their exoplanets might get jealous. Appropriately for the response in rank number 3, you might want to get out your 3D glasses for this one. No, 3D glasses. Get back in your cage. Anyway, third place was movie trailers. Aliens overstressed. Worrying giant universal letters would crash spaceships. Voters were universal in their appreciation of this idea. It's just as well aliens didn't check out DreamWorks trailers.
Anyways, for the rest of the top 20 there's Brandy, the OP Boss, the Pink Bunny Empire, Purplegaze, Our Noob Extra, Jujumus, Scorb, Fonda1515, G-Man, Toffee Lime, Shorky, Scorb again, Twiggy, Greeny Guest, Sinister Shovel, Cohaki, Nindragon471, and Convex Projects. Sorry that you got cut out of this screenshot because the only other host of this episode got 2 responses in the top 20. We were super close to having our first 2-time winner, with both Morality and Brandy placing in the top 4. We're also at the point where the majority of the top 20 consists of people who've already placed here in past rounds. As always, puns were quite popular. Basically all of these responses used them. But I would also like to highlight that a good amount also used vivid imagery within their response, which I think is cool to see. Or, I guess, imagine. Whatever, same difference. There were also 4 responses that used food items within them, possibly because of a certain food-related prompt that was just used in a certain 11-worded writing competition recently. Just mayhaps. Just perchance. Mayhaptical perchancelings.
As we're starting to see the number of responses really narrow down, the sands of time have blasted the days of 50 or so people picking the same idea into the past, but there were still quite a few concepts that were pretty popular this round. Unless you're a hollow earther for some reason, you'd traditionally think of aliens as being from outer space, which might explain why a couple dozen people went for star-based puns this round. Voters were starstruck by Starbucks, but reviewed 1-star responses accordingly. Responses that mentioned UFOs hovered slightly above the rest. Red flags might turn away aliens, but the voters thought they made for a perfectly mid-packing response idea. Like, literally, 49.93%, you can't get much more mid than that. Every planet of the solar system was mentioned in at least one response, even Pluto for those of you who can't accept reality. Saturn ran rings around the others, with an average score of 63.64%, whereas if you went with Jupiter, you'd get more eliminated. Speaking of response topics that might land you in the red elimination district, acronyms seem to be past their prime with an average of just 42.25%. And if you talked about ghosts or ghosting, I'm afraid it looks like voters took it upon themselves to boo your responses.
Dude, 40 escaped.
What? Oh, the cage should have had a roof. They don't call him Jumpman for nothing.
Here, I gotta host the next part. Can you take care of him?
Take care of him, I see.
He should count himself lucky if he escapes with his life. Oh, speaking of lives and counting, our life count statistics are about what you expect. 546 EWOWers are left, with 162 EWOWers unfortunately being eliminated. 61 or about 11% of the contestants are still above 3 lives currently. And you can see this cool wall that's showcasing the effects of a certain Yuri-pilled life decay mascot. Anyways, the normalized ranks are basically the same. With me, Ty Person, and Dark still on the podium. 40 Jumpman still lives up to their 4th dimensionality-ness by staying in 4th. Sorry, give me a second. With Scorb now taking 5th, the only newcomer in the top 15 is the OP boss. As for rolling in ours, stuff has shifted around quite a bit. Look who's now front-running. Pretty fitting for a prompt about aliens. The number 1 position has been visited by a greedy guest. I'd also like to give a shout out to both Stefan12387 and It's Me Arnie for podiuming, which despite their life counts being some of the lowest on this list, have been demolishing the game recently.
Before forgetting to respond in round 9, you might recall that we knew and loved Cary as one of the contestants with the wildest deviation in placements. He even topped that specific leaderboard in round 8. So it's rather fitting that he went with quite a controversial topic for his response this round, digging straight down in Minecraft. Did this pay off? Well, just like thousands of players before him that attempted to dig straight down, Cary unfortunately fell into some metaphorical lava and died. That being his last life means that he has now been eliminated from 11 Words of Wisdom. Rest in peace. We will never forget how you brought this community together and made it into what it is today.
But even though Cary got eliminated, he still beat the AIs. Yep, that's right. The final 2 AIs have finally been eliminated, meaning that none of them got to the top 100 and we completed our goal. Despite originally increasing the proportion of the contestant count, posing a real threat to human and Cary kind, the last few rounds have shown that human creativity cannot be replaced by machines. Yet.
Well, I'm sure everyone is very interested in what terrors we'll be facing in EWOW 12. Fans of a specific energy drink brand will probably be excited about it, because the next prompt is, you're a monster who wants to live in human society, but your strange nature makes that difficult. What's one odd aspect of yourself, and how do you pass it off as normal? Remember, you're trying to seem normal, so you cannot use words with odd numbered letter counts. As you're the final 3.2%, the creme de la creme de la creme, I know you have what it takes to write a response that will wow everyone. To get you started, here's an example. Additional eyes frighten people. My excuse? I'm self-centered. Lots of eyes. And as you can see here, punctuation does not count as a letter. Only alphanumeric characters do. So so be careful.
The deadline to submit your responses through EWOW.zone will be August 20th, March 21st, at 11:59 p.m. PST. As a reminder, make sure to fill out all the response fields, as you cannot store your extra responses for another round.
Anyways, we need to get back to taking care of a little 4-dimensional problem. So that's all we've got for now. I've been Scorb.
And I've been Losered.
And I've been 40 Jumpman. Thanks for watching. See you in EWOW 12A.
Get back here.
We might or might not. I think we are in 11B by now.
Well, we've taken
wait.
We're kind of on the threshold. Who knows? Maybe 11A is gonna end in the middle of the sentence.
I'm just waiting to talk about 11B stuff. Now. So I really want to talk about 11B stuff.
Yeah, there's so much in the 11B channel. There's about 10 whole messages.
True. The real 11B channel is just you and Loser's DMs, let's be real here.
That's true, actually.
Well, we had some ideas, and then we haven't really... I think the plan is for, like, probably like next weekend, so I'll be free then, just to, like, spend 2 days just absolutely getting everything on the script, like, finalized and everything, and then sending it off to the editors and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I should probably make a draft of the script at some point. To be fair, 11A isn't even out yet as of recording.
No, we can just make a draft. It's
gonna be out soon at the time of recording, and at the time of everyone else watching this, it's gonna have been out for like quite a while.
Here before 11A.
Considering this is probably 11B, I'm gonna be so mad if I don't get to include the line "Go Gadget After Effects powers" and somewhere in 11B.
What would the context should that be?
I don't even know. I really need to say it now. Like, I made a promise to myself.
This discussion is going to be so funny if that line. Well, it's going to be funny regardless of whether or not that line makes it in for different reasons.
I still don't understand just video editing using After Effects, because I just like did the bare minimum to generate like a Starfield background, and my laptop was like, okay, I'm gonna die after this. You've used up all my memory for the next 3 years.
I mean, I literally bought 32 gigabytes of RAM just for After Effects because it just was so memory intensive.
I mean, yeah, my laptop's got like probably 4 bytes of RAM, so
4 bytes of RAM.
4 bytes.
I mean, it's like technically meant to be a gaming laptop. I don't really use it for that.
That's fair.
I don't know how much RAM it has, but it's not enough to run After Effects reliably, basically.
Yeah, I'm not as familiar with After Effects, but I do know Premiere Pro does hog up a lot of memory, which is a bit bad. But I also have a 32 gig memory machine, so I'm fine.
And that's why I use Sony Vegas, the hottest video editing software of 2009.
Hottest as in it makes your computer.
Hottest as in it's most likely to crash and burn.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Get it?
I got
crash. I'm so funny.
I got 64 on my machine. Even though like no real thing other than video editing needs 64.
Yeah,
specifically so I could run 2 video games at the same time.
Oh my god.
So based.
Okay, what games do you want to run like simultaneously though?
You know, back when I speedran Minecraft, one of the reasons why I got a computer with a lot of memory was so that I could run multiple instances of Minecraft at once.
Oh.
Because multi-instancing was, and still kind of is, the meta in Minecraft speedrunning. And it was very funny.
Personally, I just play a lot of 14, right? And sometimes I need to be doing something else rather than just playing Final Fantasy 14. So I used to have to, like close everything, like my browser history, my browsers, any other things I happen to be doing. But now I get to play 14 and do other things, like play Outer Wilds at the same time. So. I have a mega ADHD when it comes to multitasking. So.
Yes, the classic Zoomer. Can't believe it. You gotta get an Android emulator and play Subway Surfers as well.
Really?
I mean, like, what we've got to remember is like how far we've come as a society. Because I remember when I was like probably about 7, right? I was watching whenever I watched a YouTube video, I'd have to like let it load, leave the room for a good half an hour, and then come back and watch it because it just took that long to like buffer things. And they were like, "Oh, my machine needs to run like all this at the same time. Like we really have just advanced so much in that sort of the word escapes me that thing, I guess.
Yeah, I can't believe technology has advanced. I would never have predicted it.
This is why it's useful having Athena here, because he can just think up a word for what I'm trying to describe.
Okay, so describe it. I'll come up with a word.
Oh my god,
Technology
Athena
has
words
advanced so
moment.
much in that field? Not field, that's not really correct.
Purview.
Yeah, that'll be it.
Dude, DIY
Instead.
dictionary.
I just heard your keyboard going crazy.
Oh yeah, I'm spam clicking something. Sorry.
ADHD back at
Damn,
it
you're playing
again.
Cookie Clicker at the same time? That's efficient
no,
multitasking.
no. I don't believe in that.
You don't believe in that. It's all fake. Cookie Clicker does not exist.
I do not believe in Cookie Clicker. This is right.
Is the podcast canon or non-canon? Is it like a non-canon spin-off, or is like everything we say here just like
And spin off of
immediately
what?
goes into the EWOW canon?
Yeah,
EWOW, I
like, the
guess.
real question is like,
Yeah,
canon to what? I'm a little confused.
What is the WoW canon?